Good evening and welcome to the news at 8 on Remo TV. I am Oyerinde Damlola. First, Labour steps up agitation for restoration of gratuity. Federal government says petroleum subsidy removal not immediate. Rotary Club of Ikenne swears in new president. Otumba Benga Daniel refutes claim of destroying gateway hotels. 35 Artillery Brigade organizes medical outreach in Shagamu.
Hey, Asampete, it don't land DT money don't land gidigba. The Ogbonge company where they import, where they sell original ABF board, MBF board, and all them accessories. Where they sell screw machine, circular saw, tapings, screw pin, bed lock, and pipes, and all other accessories. They boku where they last well. For DT money, we they sell land, we they build house, and also we they do estate management. All our customers they talk say DT money na number one. We dey for shop 2 Onigbepa Road, Shagamu, Ogun State. Our telephone number na 081-685-30919, or you fit call us also for 0808-624-5229. Our email na fatugashowolabi19@gmail.com. DT Money Innovations Limited, quality and affordability.
On national news, Labour steps up agitation for restoration of gratuity. Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria has stepped up its agitation for the restoration of gratuity to public service servants, saying the stoppage of payment of gratuity to public service employees is very unfortunate. President of ASCSN, Dr. Tommy Etim Okon, while addressing members of the National Executive Council, among others, said, "As you are no doubt aware, since the Pension Reform Act 2004 was enacted, the government has stopped paying gratuity to public service employees, while private sector employers are still paying gratuity to workers on leaving service." The stoppage of payment of gratuity to public service employees is very unfortunate because even though the Act was silent on payment of gratuity, it did not expressly abolish it, and as such, gratuity remains an inseparable component of laws of the Federation of Nigeria. Indeed, gratuity is still on the item 44 of the second schedule on the executive legislative list of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let me assure you that the association has since presented a memorandum to Council canvassing for the restoration of payment of gratuity to public service employees, and recently it sent a letter to President Muhammadu Buhari urging him as a highly respected elder statesman and father to all Nigerians to direct the resumption of payment of gratuity to public service employees. Still on national news, federal government says petroleum subsidy removal not immediate. The federal government said yesterday that though the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA) ordered immediate market-driven downstream sector with petroleum products selling at market price, the price of petrol would remain at 162 naira per litre until the government concludes its ongoing negotiation with labor unions. Minister of State Petroleum Resources Chief Timipre Silva stated this in Abuja a day after the PIA was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, explaining that it was the first time a law in Nigeria was specially targeted at the development of oil-bearing communities. He also explained that in line with the provision of PIA, Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) Limited would be incorporated by the Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the Ministry of Finance within 6 months, insisting that a 3% host community fund in the act was a fair deal for Niger Delta. Silva said, "The PIA has actually deregulated the sector, but that doesn't mean that there is going to be an immediate implementation of the regulation." On local news, Rotary Club of Ikenne swears a new president. The Rotary Club of Ikenne, under the Rotary Club Shagamu Central District 9110, swears a new president to run the affairs of the club for the 2021-2022 dispensation. The new president, Rotrax Ishola Oluwatosin Rebecca, was sworn in over the weekend at the Obafemi Awolowo Recreational Center, Ikenne. The event, which was chaired by Barrister Kunle Adeniyi, had in attendance Alakene of Ikenne, a former House of Reps member, Honorable Shegun Seriki, and a host of other dignitaries.
employ more youths to come out and do the little, because we are youths. As you can look around, we are youths coming in and out. It's not civil people to engage more in these humanitarian services. We don't have to have $1 million before we can do what little things like that. So when youths come out, at least it's going to change the community.
I'm very delighted that the Rotaract is getting young people together to be involved in purposeful endeavors in the community. It's highly commendable.
Still on local news, Otumba Gbenga Daniel refutes claim of destroying gateway hotels. The former governor of Ogun State and a leader of the All Progressive Congress, Otumba Gbenga Daniel, has refuted the claim that he was part of those who killed Gateway Hotel's Otta. The former governor, in a press release signed by his media consultant, Mr. Steve Oliyede, has said the problem of Gateway Hotel didn't start with his government. He said before OGD came into power, the previous government had spent 200 million to renovate over hundreds of the hotels in Abeokuta, and it still didn't yield any profit. He said the hotels, which was built with about $90 million during the administration of Olabisi Odanbanjo, only paid back 24.3 million naira to date, and thus the government decided to concession it. He further said there is a clear difference between concession and selling. All the 3 hotels were advertised for concession and bids were taken from various investors. Part of the bid then was that investors would be ready to commit funds into major renovations and bringing the hotel back to shape, meeting up with world standards. All the 3 hotels were advertised for concession and bids were taken from various investors. Part of the bid was that investors should be ready to commit funds into major renovations and bringing the hotel back to shape, meeting up with the world standard. From the concession, about 530 million naira was realized on all the 3 hotels in Ijebu-Ode, Abeokuta and Otta as signature bonuses, and ever since, amounts that run into hundreds of millions have been realized as annual returns from the Ijebu-Ode, Otta and Abeokuta hotel. He further said, Silverbird Group, who runs the Otta hotel, could not raise signature bonus. Senator Ibukule Amoso, on assumption of power, cancelled all contracts and chased concessionaries out of sight. And finally, on local news, the 35 Artillery Brigade Civil Military Corporation organized a medical outreach for citizens of Remoland. The activities included free basic medical services, campaign against drug abuse, cultism, pipeline vandalization, and cyber crimes. Brigadier A.A. Adekoya, who led the brigade to the event, said it was important to sensitize the people on what breaking the law is before any action can be taken against them.
Yes, today's program is unique because this is the third of its kind in the entire Ogun State, and it's also unique because Shagamu has been known for cultism in a long while. Shagamu is an area too where vandalization of oil pipelines has also been known. The issues of Yahoo boys is also known in Shagamu local government area. And therefore, we believe that if you don't know the law, then we cannot hold you accountable. And the essence of enlightening the civil populace today concerning the ills of the society in terms of vandalization of pipelines, oil pipelines, in terms of cultism, in terms of Yahoo, that is cyber crimes, and in terms of cultism, there is a need for us to sensitize the entire civil populace so that they can turn a new leaf and use their gifts and talents and knowledge to do positive things in the society. And you know, Ogun State is known for very serious senior officers that have come out of here, including President Olusegun Obasanjo, including other generals that have passed through or that hail from this state. So it is important for us to also emphasize why they are joining the Nigerian military should be seen in the positive light and not like it was in those days where they thought joining the Nigerian military means you're an outcast or you don't even know anything. That is why people go to join the military. Today, we have people with 8, 9 distinctions fighting to be in the military, ready to be in the military. And whatever people have feared, we are examples today that we are alive and well, having passed through battle areas, operational grounds, be it in Liberia, be it in Bakassi, be it in Maiduguri in the northeast, and various areas that we have passed through. We are alive today, we didn't die. So anybody that joins the military does not mean it is a death sentence. No, it is not a death sentence. It is valor, it is courage. It is the most noble job you can join in this world today. And that is why we're enlightening the populace concerning also recruitment into the Nigerian military. Thank you. The Nigerian army especially.
The paramount ruler and Akaibu of Remo land is Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi, who was represented by the Onirolu of Irolu Remo, Oba Sikirulai Adeilo, thanked the army for their corporate social responsibility.
In fact, I stood in for my permanent ruler, Alailua, Oba Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, Adewale Ajayi, who is on a mission somewhere. I stood in for him. So today's program is so enlightening, and we employ the organizer to see that this sort of exercise is carried on all the time to let our people know what the law says and what we are supposed to do and what we are not supposed to be doing. In fact, when they spoke on those unemployed youth that engage themselves in cultism and Yahoo boys, I was so impressed. So, and my own advice that it's a worldwide phenomenon, but it could be checked, and by enlightening them on what to do, we can put them under check. So the program is so enlightening, and so admire it.
Yes, sir. The relationship of Nigerian army with the public. So what can you say about
it? The commander that spoke on the recruitment into the Nigerian army has spoken well. We carry out this information to our various communities to let them know that having our youth engaged in the military is something that is going to help this nation. So by running away, where are we running to? So if there is waiting someone at home and you are running, where are you running to? So we know what, by and large, one is going to die one day. So if one happens to die because in the cause of the nation, it's a pride. So, and we shall not die by the grace of God. Yeah.
And that's it on the news at 8 on Remo TV. For more news updates, you can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Official Remo TV. You can also visit our website www.remotv.com.ng. I am Oyerinde Damilola. Good night.